What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. So if you seen my last video, there was a no talking, just an unboxing of the Series 6 Apple Watch, which I'm really enjoying so far. Make sure you stay tuned for my full review and give you guys my initial unbiased impressions of it. Apple's biggest claim for the Apple Watch Series 6 was the ability to monitor blood saturations, the SpO2 monitor. Coming from my background in medicine, I wanted to do a little experiment to see just how good Apple's SpO2 monitoring was compared to some of the devices that we use in the hospital. So if you want to see just how good Apple's claims are for measuring blood oxygen saturations, stay tuned to the video. My goal was to just do a quick comparison between the Series 6 Apple Watch and also some devices that we use in the hospital to measure blood oxygen saturation. If you don't know what blood oxygen saturation is, in layman terms, it's how much oxygen is bound to hemoglobin inside the blood. Basically, it's a good indicator of how well the heart and the lungs and the circulatory system are functioning in a person at a given time. Anytime it normally falls under 95, that is good suspicion that maybe some type of pathology or some type of situation that's going on that you should seek medical attention for. So what I did was I was able to use Apple's Series 6 SpO2 monitoring and get a good indicator of the saturation of my blood. And as you can see from the video right here, their measurements are a rough estimate. Guys, do me a favor, never just rely on a device like this for all your health needs. These are just adjunct treatments or adjunct ways to give us a rough estimate of our current level of health. The biggest way, always depend on medical professionals, medical equipment. As you can see in the video, my saturation on the professional equipment was around a 98, 99, which is perfect. Sometimes in the Apple Watch, I was getting around 95, which could, if you weren't educated enough or you was relying on this solely for your medical knowledge, it could cause some type of worry. So I did a few tests. I did about 3 or 4 tests with the Apple Watch Series 6. I did about 3 or 4 tests with the actual monitoring systems, the SpO2 monitoring system that you normally see in hospitals, the one that go on your finger. And I was able to just compare and contrast just how well these devices were in detecting SpO2. A couple hindrances that I had when I was using the Apple Watch. For one, it takes a little longer for it to detect SpO2 monitoring. So if you're doing excessive movements or if you are kind of stressed out, your heart rate is up like that, it can have difficulty measuring your SpO2. As you can see in the video right here, when I got a lot of errors when I was trying to take my SpO2, and all I was doing was simply standing up. But Apple advises you to be seated and have your arm rested when you're using SpO2 monitoring. Compared to a professional device, there's no really limitations to no stipulations whether you got to be standing, seated, calm, rested. It's easier to measure your SpO2 monitoring, and it gives you a quick and linear estimate of how saturated the blood is with oxygen. So the pros to have a device like this is that it always is with you. You can wake up and quickly hit the button and detect your SpO2 monitoring. The second thing is a lot cheaper than a professional device like you see in the hospitals. And you get the added convenience of having a timepiece, an object to track your messages, an object to give you a whole plethora of information along with SpO2 monitoring. So that can justify the purchase a little bit if you are, but don't buy this simply for EKGs or simply for SpO2 monitoring, because guys, it has its flaws. As you can see in the video, you have errors, you have decreased technology that isn't as sensitive or specific for certain pathologies. I don't want to get too medical for you guys, but just know that this device right here, while it's convenient, never ever, I repeat, never ever strictly rely on this device. I know Apple totes and talks a lot about how this device saved my life and how it does this and how it does that, but guys, trust me, that's few and far in between. But I can say that Apple is moving and technology companies are moving in the right direction when it comes to allowing medical personnel and medical knowledge accessible to the general population. Simply SpO2 monitoring, the average person probably really didn't know what SpO2 monitoring was a few months back, but now you see your favorite tech YouTubers, you see people really talking about SpO2 monitoring, that the general population are getting a better idea of what SpO2 monitoring is, EKGs are, and it's making us a lot more health conscious. So I can give Apple an applause for that. But guys, this experiment was a very short experiment I did while on the floors. I wanted to see just how well the Apple Watch compared to professional equipment when it comes to measuring SpO2 monitoring. So if you enjoyed the video, do me a huge favor, press the subscribe button, press the like button, and leave a comment down below if you think that the SpO2 monitoring was a good idea. Also, be on the lookout for new videos, especially a new iPad that will be having coming in the house very soon. Leave a comment below, tell me what's your favorite products you're looking forward to in Tech-tober. And as usual, this is Tech Bacon, and we out.